You can probably tell this is the first container ship I've ever tried to build, but it has a really cool feature, and that is the way it drives when you bump into something. I kind of like the ability to have a boat that tilts like that, kind of tips and then comes back to center, kind of like a real boat does, but it's actually a car. Well, car is relative, so you can see right here, you can see the wheels. They're really close together, so it's kind of more like a bicycle because it has that teetering ability. But the counterweight makes it come back to center, so that works really well. So this thing has been added to my collection, which is kind of nice. The only downside is the loading time from all these little blocks that make up the containers themselves. And the wheels are relatively protected because some of these pieces down along here are actually collision on, so that's kind of nice. It's kind of unusual for me to have my wheels actually buried inside the vehicle and underneath. I've only got a few vehicles that fall into that category, so when I do, they seem to be pretty stable as far as like getting to the treasure and being reliable. I actually have to run it into something and then bump over it before it's actually endangering my wheels. So it's a pretty nice idea to protect your wheels and bury them like that. Of course, you know, the alligator stage would take them out immediately because the alligators are just mean like that. Let's face it, they're just evil little things. They like to eat wheels too. Must be a lot of rubber in their diet. Anyway, this is just one of two vehicles I wanted to show you. The other one is a Lego block. Now there's a pretty simple build right there. It's been a really nice one. It was a fun build. Pretty easy. The dimensions are simple. Let's see, just for reference here. So this one's 10. It's 10 high this way. It's 40 long, and it is 20. I believe it's 20 wide. Yep. So 20 this way. The little circle pieces here are 5. Yeah, they're 5 diameter. They're 2.5 high, and they're 10 apart. So center to center, they're 10. And center to center this way is also 10. So, you know, pretty simple. I don't know if that's actually the dimensions of a Lego brick. I didn't actually measure one or even have one in front of me for that matter. Let's face it, Lego pretty much got me into Build-A-Boat, or it matches up with what I like to do. So, and pretty much anybody here who's playing Build-A-Boat for Treasure probably has experience with Lego, and for good reason, because it lines up really nicely. So there's the wheels underneath there, and you can see how they turn. And this one has a wider than normal counterweight. So normally I put the counterweight inside the wheelbase, so you can see right here is where the wheels are, and then counterweight extends out beyond that. The reason I did that in this particular build is because these pieces here are collision on. So the entire thing is collision on all the way around, so the wheels are really well protected. And you can see that there's barely a gap underneath here at all. You can imagine maybe there's a 0.05 gap, but I don't even know if there's that much. And you can almost really kind of can't even see the wheels under there. They're barely sticking down. So they're pretty well spaced just to have just a sliver of contact with the river. Did that on purpose. It has a different kind of characteristic of driving. Different than a lot of my other vehicles because it can't jump. I can't drive over anything because it just runs smack into stuff. It's just something different. Oh, I almost forgot. This thing has stairs all the way around it. So I can't really show you right now because I'm actually moving. But if I reveal everything, you can see what they look like. So they're just pieces of metal. And the pieces of metal, they don't go all the way through, so they're not like underneath here or anything. But it's just like a surrounding piece. That's so that anybody can jump on here with me, and they can just climb right up, even if they don't have a jetpack. Otherwise, it's a little tall. So this thing, what did I say? That was like 10 high, and that's a little much to jump up on easily when you don't have your jetpack on. So anyway, that's what that's for. I think that's about all I got to show today. I actually have got tons more stuff to show, of course, but that wraps up this video nicely. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the game. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel for some more of this kind of crazy stuff. I always try to show this stuff because sometimes when I'm driving with people in the game, I don't end up showing this, and I leave people thinking, oh, he's a hacker. Oh, I love being accused of hacking. That's just so funny, especially when they see my videos later and they're like, oh yeah. Have a good one, guys.